Trump has activated the gold-backed Treasury note, and to replace that with, he's replacing the fiat currency with this new Treasury note, okay? That was ordered today. Or yesterday, I'm sorry. Also, he's ordered the GMA, Global Military Alliance, mass arrests on all the DS, if you know what I mean, elements, operators worldwide. He's also made that order. There is a full banking and market collapse coming. Once that happens, at the point of that crash, there will be a 10-day of communication darkness, and the world will experience a full lockdown. Okay, borders will be closed and planes will be grounded. Only essential services will be open for emergency services. Okay, so Trump's Global Alliance was also to take over the mainstream media and news across the world. Okay, that was all the different medias in every country. Now, whether he's going to do it one at a time or do it globally at once, I think it's probably going to be all at once. That's all going to be taken down at that time, and there will be probably a alliance military linked to Starlink taking over, and that's when we will get the full exposure of the 8-hour videos 24/7 being played for around 10 days. In some cases, some countries type thing, or maybe other countries won't get it as much. Nasera Jacera will be released across the world. At that point, debts will be erased. Fraudulent banking will be dismantled. Federal Reserve is gone. IRS is gone. CRA is gone. And other predatory tax collectors will cease to exist at that time. Then, of course, a 14% tax on the new items, which will be implemented at that time, but there'll be no tax on everything else except for the new items, okay? The one I like is the 95% of the governments around the world will disappear. They will not be needed no more with the new and fair election coming, especially in the States at that time, within 120 days of that announcement. Now, everybody at that point should have a new Starlink Q phone at that point, but if they don't, Starlink will still be up pushing the Starlink service for free, because the other service providers that you now have to pay money for will not be up and running. They will cease to exist. Using your new Starlink phones, if you have one, given to you after the you make an appointment at the redemption center and banks. Now they'll, of course, all the banks will be shut down for a certain time, and then when they're up and running, in that time you might get a notice in your phone, whether it's an old phone or new phone. They will, the phones will be, when this is done at the redemption center, you'll be setting up your new accounts and so on and so forth, okay? And of course, for voting purposes, they'll have to verify your citizenship of that particular country. Martial law will be revoked, and we will be returned to common law, sovereign, and true justice under the leadership of people only loyal to the people. All right. Hopefully I'm not stepping on anything right now. Okay. Now, when the EBS blast with the 7 trumpets, expect Starlink to light up your phones. Now, that whether it be new phones or old phones, at that point, I'm sure everything will get lit up. Okay. And your phone will have many messages. One of those messages will be given your Redemption Center contact, so you can contact them through message or whatever it may be to set up your appointment for foreign exchange. Those who have or do not have any currency to exchange will use that appointment also to set up your new banking and MedBed appointments. Okay, that's when you do it. And secure voting through the Starlink, which again will have to be first verification of your home birth and your citizenship of that particular country. Forex must set up the new rates before payouts. Okay, so most of the currencies that are in the first basket are at the Forex right now, but they're on the back screens, and when they do get re-regulated and adjusted in their rates, that's when they'll put them on the screen for the public. Payments in crypto stable coin. This payment that you'll receive in the QFS will be through a stable coin, and of course your digital numbers in your phone will be there to prevent double dipping. I don't know exactly what that means, but I guess we'll all find out soon. Trump speaks. When he spoke at the UN, he basically was giving them notice to let them know that the U.S. Republic will probably withdraw their membership with the UN. The IQD gives and goes international with new rates very soon. And that's along with maybe the Venezuela Bolivar, maybe the Indonesian Rupiah, maybe the Vietnamese Dong. All those will have all new rates, and this will probably more likely. Those are the four I know that will go in the first basket. Trump speech shook the world. The UN speech that shook the world. They're shaking right now, and the whole world is rocking. And Dan Pena, he is I believe Mexican, but he's a multi-billionaire, and he's a tough guy, and he swears, and he's really gets his point across, and he said that Trump is going to shake the world, and it's going to shake it to the point where all the bad shit comes off the trees, right? So that's basically what I have for now. Of course, governments also will shut down within the days of this happening, and all of this is going to be exposing people that you thought were on the good side, and other people that you thought were bad we're working for the good. So like I said, this is a huge controlled military operation movie that will continue to play out. We are extremely close to the end, and I made it to this point. I did a lot of traveling here this year to understand and get my, the understanding of what I was doing in other countries, to know what they were doing. And, I think I played it out pretty good. So, because when I got back to Vancouver, there was still stuff that had to be play out, whatever. But, when I got back to the East Kootenays here, I believe, I don't have to move until all this goes through. So my intuition is telling me that we are extremely close. And for everybody to, prepare for, this lockdown, get your food together, get money out of the bank. Now, there's a lot of people that are worried about their 401ks and their, RRSPs and stuff like that. Look, a lot of this stuff will be all safe. Everything will be safe. And people that are taking their RSPs and the 401ks and getting hit with the big penalties that they will do, that was all designed to do right from the beginning. we'll get that money back. But maybe it might be better to leave all that investment in there and not take the hit and just leave it there because when the Global Alliance takes over the new system, there will be no tax. There's going to be many things, and people have asked me, is there going to be, or can you lay out exactly what Nasera Jacera is? I'm going to say it in a nutshell, okay? And again, what I'm going to tell everybody is that there will be a time that you get an appointment. There will be instructions to go to the Redemption Center, and there'll be maybe instructions given to you by message to say that this is what you need to do or need to bring, all right? A couple of side links that what I would do when you get in there. Of course, we're going to make an appointment for a med bed. We're going to go through all the channels or the doors that they want us to go through to verify our frequency. And of course, they're going to set up our new Starlink account on our phone. Whether or not they give us a new phone or not will be up to them at that time. I suspect that we do get a new Starlink phone called the Q phone, and all your ledger and your new account, and they'll show you how to work it and make to draw it out. Because remember, the Redemption Center is military controlled, and they are not going to have anything to do with the banks and how your system is run at the bank now. You go in there, you deposit money, never to be seen that again, and they maybe, they give you on your phone a new account balance, okay? Before it was a little book that they give you to write it down there, and of course they stick it in your pocket, and then that's how the system was. So all that's going to disappear. The phone or the banks will have nothing to do with your wallet. You will be the only account holder in that account, okay? And it's only QFS, you and God will know that account and how to get into it based on your frequency, which is all going to be taken care of at that time at the Redemption Center. What I would do then, I would also ask for 100 checks, personalized checks. Hopefully they can give you those personalized checks, or maybe they'll say, well, you have to come back, and of course they have to print it out, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, or they'll just give you the checks, say, here, this is what it is, and then you'll have those checks, because, there's nothing like having, those checks with an unlimited amount of money in your bank to go and buy some big ticket items if you need to buy right away. That's what I would do. I would also say, at that point, ask a question about, of course, with the med beds and everything else, but there are some other things that they will give you instructions prior. They'll probably give you a message for those instructions. Follow them to a T. Do not, wave off of those instructions that they give you, because it's very, very important. You know what the military's like. And like I said, everything out of the gate after we go through this dark trend period will be military controlled. And that is not saying, the military, I just want to let everybody know, the military is there to protect the people. Okay? Like what the police were supposed to do, but they were all compromised, okay? But, there's still maybe good cops out there. I don't know. I don't have ever, talked to them. I'm just reading my reports and what I'm seeing, on social media. So, we're at a point right now where I think things are about to get really lively, I guess you can say. And just hang in there. We're going to be through this in no time. And I hope that this video that I put out here today, it's kind of like what it was this morning, but the other one this morning got taken down. So this one here hopefully will stay up, all right? Anyways, God bless everybody. I love you all, and we will see you on the next one. Bye for now.